Is Poise weird? By me. Disclaimer. No hey show in this video, I'm sick of mentioning them in every other video. Also, I will not be mentioning IDs I do not have before you go, why is so-and-so not here? Thanks. I do not have Sync East Dawn, I am sorry. I know she's cute as shit, I do not have her, I apologize. Also, another quick thing. I have been getting a lot of people asking if they could make their own presentation videos. I want to let you know you do not need my permission whatsoever, and my formula for these videos is meant to be bare bones so people can build off of it and improve it with their own flair. Please, if you make your own presentation video, I'd love to see. I have made a few streams in the past where I directly make slides and give tips/tricks while overall showing my mindset while making these videos so individuals can understand the creative process better. Do not be afraid of copying me unless if it's literally word for word. Just have fun. Explain Poise and its weaknesses. Poise as a status effect is similar to Charge from Library of Runa for maintaining an offensive approach. Poise at its base is a status effect that allows sinners to do 1.2 times damage on quote-unquote crit. Getting these crits is based off Poise potency, basically your chance to get a crit. One potency equals a 5% chance. And then count reducing every time you get a said crit or when the turn ends. Poise's main weakness can be defined particularly by maintaining in longer boss fights without the resolute ego to feel them. Many Poise IDs generally do not fare well when it comes to this. However, I find there to be such a good niche for Poise and team compositions of // pierce damage that synergizes really well with the respective damage types that make up for this. Why do I think Poise is quote-unquote weird? Poise as a status effect is not strong, but absolutely miles away from being weak. It's in a weird place where most of its strength comes actually from objectively 3 of the best identities in the game instead of rather the team building around it. Its main niche is relatively Mirror Dungeon and doesn't see that much use outside of it due to its weakness against longer fights, as I said earlier. It still does provide some usage in team building though, unlike Charge. There's quite a few actually good Poise units for supplementing team members' Poise count / potency. I think, however, those fall pale in comparison to the Blowjob Brothers. 6-7. Full stop off is Hong Lu. Above average health, insane damage output, fun and easy to utilize gimmick with how his dodge switches into a clutchable counter, basic hit stagger damage despite not being a tremor ID, has a passive to gain him Poise count when starting a turn at 20 potency on top of his skills generating count, ammo increasing clashing power and damage output while being infinitely refundable, combo full stop to life's existence as a skill amplifying the synergy between Heathcliff and Hong Lu. Those are just a few things that make this ID arguably one of the best in the game. This ID is one of no weakness besides a need to reload like once, and even then his damage output will be insane as hell to supplement that regardless if he has ammo or not. This ID is busted. Speaking of busted IDs, full stop off is Heathcliff. Just look at his skills. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's peep some other Poise IDs that are also worthy of being noted. Note that I am only recommending Poise IDs I actually have. Lineage Don Quixote, better known as BL Don or Fujoshi Don. This Don Quixote on paper seems to be kind of mediocre with shit rolls 13, 16, 16 even on her skill free, which makes sense considering she's a 2-star unit. However, this ID really shines in the way it meshes well with other Poise identities and especially Blade Lineage identities. Having initials give fellow Blade Lineage members +4 Poise count off of 1 coin. She's a really, really effective way to get Poise teams started as long as she's not the main clasher. Yuri Faust. If I didn't include her, someone was going to be mad. I don't really like this ID. 26 rolling skill free is kind of nice, but I don't give a fuck about her, sorry. Not enough interesting things to say regarding her, and there's much better Poise Faust IDs. Unironically really good. Poise count generator and sick-ass unique status affliction to enhance her own skills. It's surprising how this ID was not a sinking ID, yet I find her to be substantial, and she even has a unique conditional to reuse her skill free on kill. Definitely one of the stronger slot-in identities for Poise teams. Still don't get why she didn't have sinking in the sinking season, but who cares, she's still pretty good. I like Butler Ryoshu. She is sick. Butler, Headmaid, Ryoshu, whatever. I owe you an apology, Otis. I did not respect your game. When I made my passive slot video, I incorrectly viewed you as a DPS character, not knowing your true nature of being more support focused. Her Bind Affliction is really good for supporting the entire team, her dodge rolls absurd numbers, and she overall has a lot of utility with the way she feels certain ego due to her sin affinities. I heavily underestimated this ID by just saying the best part of her is her passive. That's not true. She is a fine ID and she is substantial, and I owe her an apology for saying otherwise. Blade Lineage Meursault. When you Okay, but actually this time, Blade Lineage Meursault is one of my favorite IDs in this game, and I do not care if there's better Poise IDs than him, he is still top tier in my heart. Unrelenting, insane DPS, marginal buffs to Blade Lineage units, making him a really good quote-unquote leader ID for them, and genuinely really good conditionals for high damage / clashing power. This ID is sick and a joy to use, probably one of my top 10 favorite IDs in the game, and would be my favorite Meursault if Meursault didn't exist. This ID fucks hard. I don't give a fuck if you think he's fallen off. He's still amazing. That's all for today. Any Poise IDs that I didn't mention that you really like? Any team compositions for Poise that interest you? Let me know in the comments below. Be good people and have a good day.